Megan Hicks of I Run Far. I'm with Lucy Bartholomew. It's a couple days before the 2026 UTMB. We're in Chamonix, France, Lucy. Hi.
Hi, yeah, it's good to be back again.
There is that again. This is your fourth time in a row here in Chamonix for UTMB.
Yeah, here we are again. I mean, it's 10 years since I did YCC, and since then I've done TDS and OCC, and then, yeah, the fourth lap consecutively of UTMB. It feels good feels like home. Feels good to be back.
It's just you and I believe one other person in the elite field who has been as consistent as you. You have 3 straight top 10 finishes, topping out at 7th place last year. It's hard to get this race right. There's just proof in the data of that. What's your secret?
Oh, I don't think I've got it right.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no secret. I'm just trying to jigsaw this thing together, and I think that's why I keep coming back, is because I don't feel like I found that potential and squeezed it, especially till the end. I felt like the first 2 UTMBs were very much, the result is good, and 10th is obviously definitely an accomplishment, but I never felt like I competed. I very much just completed it, and the racing went on around me, and I just kind of walked on through. And, just the stubborn person I am. And then last year, I felt like I got a sniff of what racing here feels like. I was in 5th for a long time until I took a fall, and then just tried to mitigate the damage. But I'm really hoping to kind of push that competing a little bit further into the race and all the way to Chamonix, hopefully.
Talk a wee bit about that fall. Yeah, last year's weather was pretty crappy. I think your fall came in the night in some rocks in the dark of Italy. Is that right?
In the hail, snowy, this Aussie was very lost out there and completely out of her depth. And just, watching people on the muddy descents, they're so incredible at it, and I'm just not. And so I just took a slip, slid out, and then went down onto my knee onto a rock that was just waiting for my kneecap, and honestly thought I was never getting up from it. So I got up with my poles in the middle of the night with my head torch and had a Frenchman run past and I think check on me. I couldn't understand. But I remember just being like, and that was how the race ended. But got into Courmayeur and had it looked at and was just kind of like, okay, I feel comfortable to keep going. It won't be sexy or athletic, but we can keep moving forward.
I think I remember being at the Lac Combal aid station, which is the last major aid station before Courmayeur. It was dark, the wind was blowing, you guys were freaking cold, and then you had this knee situation that I think had just happened. And I thought to myself, gosh, Courmayeur might be an ending point for Lucy, but it wasn't. You soldiered on, not to use the the war metaphor. You marched on, and you didn't just march on. You figured out how to mechanically put yourself together enough to finish in the top 10 again. Yeah,
I mean, the human body is incredible, and when the mind is set to a goal, I think, and the team that I had around me, I had Ryan Sands crewing me, and he was very kind of, I think I was trying to look for this out as well, it's kind of like, my knee hurts, it's not good. And he was just like, yeah, I'll see you in Trion, I'll see you in Vallocine, I'll see you in Chamonix, And so I owe it a lot to the team that kind of kept pushing me forward, and obviously in a safe way. But yeah, it was disappointing because I felt like I was finally piecing together a bit of my potential out there.
It was nice to have an actual veteran of the sport on your crew.
Yeah, and he's coming
how to
back.
Go aid station to aid station. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's very important, not exactly what people say, but who says it sometimes out there. And Ryan, to me, he's a teammate. He's one of my best mates. He's kind of like a dad. He feels like a brother. He's obviously a mentor. And so, when he told me to put a thermal on in Le Contamines, and I didn't really think I needed it, and then I went out into this incredible storm, and I have never been more grateful for a thermal t-shirt, long sleeve. Those things, it's just kind of they build up, and that's why I asked him back this year.
So he's on your crew again this year?
Certainly is.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
So what do you, in your head, you've done this race 3 times, you feel like you've had these 3 unique performances and not yet reached what you believe is your potential. What does that look like to you? Is it a time? Is it an experience? Is it a feeling? What is it?
Yeah, I think it's just a feeling of getting to the finish line, being like, yeah, that was everything. Okay. I've gotten to Chamonix and either have just been on the upswing of finally feeling like things were starting to click, which is crazy to 25 hours in be like, okay, yeah, let's roll, you know? But I think just kind of like feeling like I've got responses to things, you know, when I got passed by 2 girls on the descent from Flagey to Chamonix, and we were doing a completely different sport. You know, they passed me and I was just like,
I hate it when that happens.
Well, you know, and I got to pass Courtney and she was like, I mean, you go, girl. And then they passed me and I was like, on you go, girls. Like, you know, we're all just paying it forward to Chamonix at that point. But yeah, I would like to feel like I can be a little more a part of it, and it's an internal feeling, and it doesn't have a result tied to it. And I think it's hard to explain to people because they want a time or a position, but for me, this is the 4th lap was never meant. I was always kind of going to take a break after 3, but I went for 4th, but I said, you know, I want to do it in a very different way, and it's a very kind of intrinsic motivation, not for anything to keep the top 10 consecutives rolling. It's more about just kind of putting myself back in it for myself and seeing where that lands me.
I don't know, I kind of thought you were trying to start up a Western States thing. Like, if I get top 10 finishes, do I get a big silver
if there's
buckle?
a way, I'm on it. Yeah, but I think it's just been so cool to kind of line up at these races and to see the women's race just absolutely explode, and to be able to kind of rise with it has been really exceptional. And I think this year, the races I've done, I feel like I've already kind of exceeded my expectations, and I feel really stoked to be here and to finish off my season this year here.
I'd love to hear about this event in the context of your season. The last time I Run Far saw you personally was at Transvolcania about 4-ish months ago now. Yeah, like, how does this landing at the end of your season, what do you think what's your take on the trajectory of your year?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a year that if I had been told that this is what 2026 would have looked like in 2020, 2021, 2022, and I was really battling to even just line up at these things, let alone compete or complete them, I would have been just so incredibly excited about it. It's funny because so many people are like, second and course records, you know, you're both breaking, but you come second. And they're like, you must be disappointed. And I'm like, it's easy to compare up, but if I compare back, I'm really just proud of myself for sticking with it. And, you know, Lavaredo and Transvolcania, the 2 big races I did prior to this, I'm just completely forgetting that I did Tarawera because it was, I don't even think that was a race. It was just, just a vision quest out there. So we'll talk about the upswing of the year where it got better.
A little adventure out in the redwoods. Okay,
set the bar low and then we can build. I think that it's just been so cool to do these 2 races that have been one day, someday races. And I wanted this lead into UTMB to look different. They were different races and a completely different racing experience for me. So I feel like I've gotten everything I wanted just from the build to this race. And this race we'll see the accumulation of just all those miles and good times.
There's a couple of brands that really put a lot of effort into getting their runners here, training on the courses, being in the conditions, Salomon being one of them. You've been here for a while training pretty specifically for this race.
Yeah. I mean, it's an incredible setup, especially with this new high performance program that Salomon's creating, and
of which you're a part.
Yeah, everyone's a part of and kind of gets buy-in into it. And it's cool because usually I think I've done the UTMB Salomon training camp 7 times or so. Like, I have cut laps of this course, both in racing and in training. And this year it was a very different approach. Usually we do the Chamonix to Le Contamines Courmayeur, Champay, Chamonix. And it's just like this big 4 days. And this time we kind of did 3 days, 1 day rest. We did sections of the course that felt more important or that we felt like we needed to build a new relationship with, which for me was Champay to Chamonix.
Okay, so we built a relationship with the last 50K.
Trying to just make peace with Triant and those climbs.
We love you, Triant.
I love Triant. But yeah, and it felt very cool. My Tina was there training for UTMB as well, and we were lucky enough to have Francois just kind of pace us through these sections and talk about all his experiences on good runs, bad weather, good weather. And I felt like it it wasn't just running miles, it was like taking in so much other experience and knowledge that will be very helpful. Because one of the things Francois said to me that I will for sure be repeating to myself is, I was saying, man, I hate Grand Col. Like Grand Col Ferret, it's always when the sun's rise, I'm caffeine low, I'm energy low, it's just tough. And he's like, Lucy, it's fleeting. This whole thing is fleeting. This whole race is fleeting. And he's like, Monday, everyone leaves. Sunday, everyone leaves. He's like, but one day you will miss these moments. So it's kind of like, it's going to be over. So just like, do it, you know? And I just loved that because I was like, I think I put so much emphasis on these moments that I become my own worst enemy sometimes. And so, yeah, it's something that I think the fleetingness of it is special in itself.
Well, you have your mantra for the Climb Up Grand Col Ferret sorted then, thanks to Francois.
Yes, my mantra for the whole race is meet the moment, because I think that's going to be part of just this women's field. It's going to be so cool because I think there's going to be some amazing moments and to try and be a part of them. And then the fleetingness, which I think as I climb Grand Col Ferret, it will not feel fleeting.
It will feel long and far and tall.
But it will be passed by. I will get there.
Eventually it shall end.
Yeah.
One of the things I've been thinking about with pro trail ultra runners lately is how often these days, in order to like stay air quotes relevant or be pro, you have to continually come back to similar situations. UTMB, Western States, a few other things for like the ultra trails. Shorter trail running has their own set of races that you have to repeat. Mountain running, kind of the same. But like the people who are drawn to what you do and what we do are like, I don't know, like there's like some free form aspect to trail running. So that's one thing that I'm increasingly interested to hear about is how you keep like doing sort of similar things year on year, interesting, new, unique, like mentally.
Yeah, I think it's really important to have that personal artistic flair to the preparation to these things, because if it's just robotic and repetitive, it becomes, you hamster wheel the year based on the big races that you're expected to be at, you should be at, there's more pressure to perform at. And that's why, you know, like again, I said this year I need to do it differently, and I came to the US in between Lavaredo and UTMB. It wasn't just to leave the EU for my visa, but it was it was also to like surround myself with different people and to train differently and just kind of have a little bit more of my personality in this build. And I think it's been really good for me. It's like taught me a lot, and it's been challenging, but I think that is the only way that this keeps fresh. And for me, UTMB, I feel like I'm lining up on at the same spot for the same race, but every year, the weather, the way it raced, the way I feel, it completely changes who I am.
Yeah.
I mean, Chamonix has seen some versions of Lucy. Some I'm not proud of, but you know, it's seen me grow up. I came here in 2014, so my dad finished UTMB in 40 hours. Went to YCC, have come back so many times, and I just feel like the iterations that Chamonix has seen of me, and it's challenged me and it's humbled me and it's rebuilt me. You know, it's just kind of like this evolution as I run around the mountain. It's kind of like, okay, you know, I was saying to someone today, I feel like UTMB is not character defining, but it's character revealing. And it really brings out your best. It shows your weaknesses, and then it enables you and it gives you time and opportunity to work through it and come out and be like, okay, wow, I'm stronger than I thought. I can continue on when going gets tough, and that's a pretty beautiful thing.
I love that. Lucy Bartholomew, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
What, on your 4th racing lap around UTMB, and then who knows how many laps in total?
10 times and entry into Western.
Noted. I run far and I'm standing in a field of bullshit with Lucy Bartholomew. It's 2 days before UTMB. Are you going to win this race?
I'm going to try.
We can do the real one now.
I was like, whoa, okay.
Aggressive, Megan.
I'm like sweating you just saying that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Is this going well? Everything you hope to would be.
So there's nothing so far that's worth staying.
So, just gonna delete the whole thing.